So now we get the opportunity, unlike millions and billions of people on the planet, to sit here and meditate on the divine names of God in the wee hours of the morning in the holy Dham. This is the happiest time of day for the devotees. What's the word? Jurassic. Oh, drastic. That's what you said, drastic?
I said drastic.
Drastic. I thought you said Jurassic. Well, what does Jurassic mean? Maybe we made it Jurassic. What does it mean? I want to start a new trend. What does it say? Jurassic.
Jurassic is an adjective which means of or pertaining to the geological period between the Triassic and Cretaceous. It also, that's it.
Okay. Well, let's chant Jurassic Japa. Happy Japa. So I'm going to read the second directive that Prabhupada gives about chanting Japa. But first let's say our Bhutta Shuddhi. I am by nature the eternal servant of Krishna, but by misfortune, due to being inimical towards him since time immemorial, I have been wandering within the cycle of birth and death in the material world, being burnt by the threefold miseries. Now, as a result of some unimaginable good fortune, by the mercy of my spiritual master, I know that I am an infinitesimal living being, completely apart from the gross and subtle body. Now, by the order of my spiritual master, I have attained the good fortune of serving his lotus feet, as well as the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan. Next. Naham vipro na cha narapatir napi vaisho nashudro naham varni na cha gripatir no vanasto yatirva kintu prodyan nikila paramananda purnam vratabdir gopi bhatu parakamalayor Dāsa. I'm not a Brahmana, I'm not a Kshatriya, I'm not a Vaishya or a Shudra, nor am I a Brahmachari, a householder, a Vanaprastha, or a sannyasi. I identify myself only as a servant of the servant of the servant of the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna, the maintainer of the gopis. He is like an ocean of nectar, and he is the cause of universal transcendental bliss. He is always existing with brilliance. Next. 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 So Prabhupada writes the following. Regarding your last question about the ecstatic symptoms of chanting Hare Krishna, you should know that the Hare Krishna mantra has an equal effect upon all devotees, just like the sunshine has an equal effect on everyone. But when it is covered, the sunshine has a different effect. Similarly, the influence of the Hare Krishna mantra becomes manifest when one is no longer covered by the 10 offenses to chanting. The more we become free from the 10 offenses, the more the effect of chanting becomes manifested through us. Everyone can become a great devotee, being freed from the offenses 100% simply by one's determination and effort. And determination has the word terminus in it, which means to finish something, finish what you started. So finish the mantra, listen to from beginning to end. That's the practical definition of it. And effort, determination and effort, means you have to fight for it. To make an effort means you can't just give in to the obstacles and say it's not possible, but you have to fight. Is there one more? Okay, that's it. So take a moment to center yourself and then remember, just from your lips to your ears, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Śrīvāsadi Gaura Bhakta. Hare Krishna. Just one quick intervention is the next slide after where we were. Keep going. Oh yeah, that's it. This is Prabhupada's letter he wrote to a devotee about chanting. He said, when we chant, we must concentrate our mind on the sound vibration. And in that way, everything will be revealed one after another. The form, the qualities, pastimes, etc. of the Lord. And this is the way of cultivating spiritual realization. And you remember, there was a very lowly person who was part of a hill tribe, had been abandoned by his parents and got taken in by a group of hunters and nomads living in the foothills of the Himalayas. He used to steal and kill for his living. And then one day he ran into a group of sages and he approached them to steal from them. They said, you can steal from us, but first you have to answer our question. Are you and your family willing to take the karma for what you're doing? And he didn't even know what that meant. They explained it to him and he went home to ask his family, when I steal for you, you have to suffer the reaction as well as I do. Are you willing to do that? And they said, no. And he went back to the sages headed by Narada and said, they're not willing to take the reaction. How do I get out of this? And they said, you should chant the name of God. And he tried to chant, but he couldn't because he had so many dark samskars. So they said, chant Mara, means I'm a killer. And he chanted, and by continually chanting the 2 syllables, he was obviously also chanting Rama. And they left him there. They didn't come back for a long time. How long? Till an anthill was grown over his head. And when the sages came back, they listened to the anthill, and they could hear him inside saying, Rama, 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 Rama. And Narada Muni said, come out. So he emerged from the anthill. And Narada said, you're now twice born, because you've emerged first from your parents and now from the anthill, and your name shall be Valmiki, which means one who emerged from an anthill. And by chanting Rama, even though at first he didn't feel qualified to do so, and he came from the most lowly of circumstances, he was able to envision directly the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra. And in fact, in the Padma Purana, this is Valmiki himself telling his story to Sitaram and Lakshman, who had been exiled in the forest and on Chitrakoot mountain. So if we keep on chanting until an anthill grows over us, then we're considered quite determined. And by continuing, as Prabhupada says, everything will be revealed, the form, name, pastimes. Hare Krishna. I have to leave a few minutes early because I have some wedding preparation to do. So please carry on. And if I come back here in 10 minutes, I expect to see an anthill over all of you. Hare Krishna. Gaur Premanande Hare Krishna.